Now it's time to proceed our conference and continue with another session that is called Distribution, Population, Status, Ecology and Conservation of Eagles and Vultures. And I would like to give the floor to Kordian Bartoszuk to present his data loggers.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Kordian Bartoszuk. By the way, those legs that you see is not an Aquila company employee, so please consider it. I am the owner of the Aquila company. We are manufacturers of data loggers. We are 13 years on the market, and somehow I would like to present how our products looks like and how it was during those 13 years. I will not bother you with some many technical aspects because most of you already know the aspects. We are a company grounded in 2006, and first data loggers project was already in 2011. So it's 13 years now, 13 years of experience within the GPS, GSM technology. It is something of great value. Actually, you cannot calculate how much experience you gain over such 13 years. Well, the standard features of the loggers used to be weight from 21 grams, and this is the first time I can officially announce that this has changed because we are starting with new models, and weight starts from 14 grams, and this is not the last thing because we are going in the direction of 10 gram and maybe less of GPS, GSM data loggers. Also, when it comes to communication, it has also changed. We are now introducing the GPRS technology, which basically means less expensive data transfer. How much less? It's really hundreds times less. We've done some testing, really sending some 300 data sets per day costs some 0.04 euro cent. So it's very not a very cost effective thing. What we can also distinguishes our products from other products is the data transfer. We can gather data every 3 minutes, but we are also capable of sending those data every 3 minutes. So every 3 minutes you are able to get the latest data, which can be helpful sometimes. What distinguishes us is, of course, the Aquila system. That's our portal that every customer of ours becomes access to. It's actually comes within the price. It's a user-friendly interface where you actually don't have to do anything. The data is updated as it comes. So there is very little for the researcher to do, but to read the data and see it. We also have some additional features as some statistical some information, some charts, and also even GIS calculations. Normally you need additional programs, additional licenses to analyze these data. We provide such opportunity also free of charge. We are open for any suggestions from the customers if they wish to have any calculations, any data. It is possible to implement it. Well, I will not tell you much about the benefits because nowadays, as you know, everybody says that their products are the best and less expensive, and I should actually only say we are the best, we are the best, we are the best. That's the PR, what tells us. I will not tell you much about PR. I will try to tell you about some facts. These are the tax species, what you see here, marked with red. These are species that we are proud, or the researchers have proudly tagged as juveniles in the nest, and the birds and the loggers survived long enough for the birds to start their own nest and their own families. So this is some calculations that I sometimes do. Well, I thought about what I could present to you, and also since it shouldn't be some technical things, I thought about what I could calculate, what I could present to you, and thought about also the title. First, I thought of something like mortality or technical failure, but I know how important your presentations are, so thought about some other title, simply, are Aquila loggers reliable? How I did the calculation that I will present, I selected some random projects from Eastern Europe or Central Asia. They were actually not so random. The main factor to me was that loggers are actively searched for within the project. That's a very important thing, I think, underestimated within projects, especially when you buy numerous data loggers, numerous devices. It's somehow difficult to keep track of all of them, but it is also very important that you react if something happens, that you can react, you can go directly and see that something is wrong. This is the best time to estimate the threats for the birds, for the population. So this is what I chose. And I also took into consideration only the known cases. I didn't want to speculate whether it was the bird that is dead, or something happened with the logger, or the logger was removed from the bird, or something like that. I took the known cases. And I didn't take into account the freshly fitted loggers, and that is also my personal success. I don't find loggers working for 2 years as success anymore. Actually, the guarantee is 2 years, but as it turned out, Aquila data loggers last longer, and that's something I'm very proud of. And mortality cause here is not an issue. And here are the numbers. As you can see, I will shortly present you only the total numbers here under. This is 111 data loggers. Some of them were reused. This is also possible if the logger is found. You can reuse it. You can also send it to us, and it will be renewed. This price of renewal is some 30% of the nominal price of the logger. So it's sometimes, when you have such a logger in your hands, it is sometimes advisable to have it renewed. And until today, there are 47 operating, which is maybe not a great number because most of them are not operating anymore. But if you take a look at the confirmed death, you can see that this is a considerable number, and we know what happened with the bird, with the logger. So here are the results. It's 42% are still operating, but if you add the confirmed bird death number, this percentage increases to almost 70% that are operational. Furthermore, you can speculate of a probable death cause of the bird, and then this number goes up to 82%. And some remarks that I made: our loggers have no extra mortality system or procedure. This is only this, you would say, plain configuration of the logger, but anyway, it's working. It gives us data. It shows us the causes. And second remark, you also have to consider that the area here is not so much, as some Western Europeans would say, civilized. These are vast areas with not big density of GSM masts. So and anyway, you have 82% of the loggers that are operating. Other death signs, these are numerous, which also imply that the bird is already dead. These are multiple fixes within small area, few fixes, but close to human settlements. Sometimes we have cases when an eagle starts sending signals from a village or even some cities, which means simply that the logger is there and something happened to the bird. And third cause, no data from logger, but information, bird with logger on the market available somewhere, or captured by FBI and is now within some authorities who checked who I am and why on earth I am spying on in this country using a bird. These are some examples of those other signs of death. You can see here within the village. It's obvious that no imperial eagle would nest there. So another is a mine here. Here you have many coordinates over a long period of time from one place, so we know that something happened. Or near the road, so it is obvious that you will certainly find some power line along the road, so it's almost certain that it's not the faulty logger. There's something happened to the bird. So this is my small research. Excuse me, researchers, for using this term, but that I've done for this conference. Some spectacular logger recoveries from Biebrzα are found with broken chassis and set under sun, worked again. Also yesterday I got information that another logger was found with a broken chassis, was put on the sun and works. So if I had to do some PR now, I would say that we are the first company where electricity and water comes together and plays absolutely no role. As Imperial Eagle in Russia, that the logger stopped working in autumn, and as it turned out, the dead bird with the logger lied there for the whole winter under snow cover. When the snow melted in spring, the logger started sending signals again, and the bird was found dead there. And from Kazakhstan, also the same situation. The logger spent the whole year on the ground, actually, and the next year was collected due to new signals, new data. Some international projects, which is also, I think, a good relief for project leaders. You don't have to prepare extra maps if you want to present those results or migration results to the public. You can have it directly from us, updated daily or in real time updated actually, so you can present those data. You can see that with time it's not actually visible anymore. I'm starting having problems to get a color for each individual, but as you can see, the reason why it's not visible anymore is that these loggers are working. They are working over the years. Most of them are started now seventh year of operation, and it's not a problem. They are still working. I'll go back. I found only one. We have one confirmed case of a bird flying with already a dead logger on the back. So of those 111. So I would like to present also some pictures to make this presentation shorter, because pictures show better how it works. This is my trip to India this year in the spring, and it turned out that 4 birds with Aquila loggers were wintering there in India, some 500 kilometers extra trip for me, but it was not a problem finding all of them. As I mentioned, I can get new coordinates every 3 minutes. So in the field, you can set this configuration. And actually, also what happened, what I also did, you can chase a migrating bird. Of course, it is always faster than any car in the world, but at the end of the day, it stops somewhere to spend the night, and you can get him. So this is how it works. You can track the birds. You can take photos. These are not the perfect photos, but I didn't go there to make photos, but only to see that the bird is okay, that is flying. These are 3 Egyptian vultures and 1 steppe eagle. Egyptian vultures from Kazakhstan, from here, and steppe eagle from Russia. Further examples of the loggers, I would like to draw your attention to those pictures, how actually flat those loggers are. They barely stand out from above the feathers. These are all operational loggers. You would imagine that this logger means trouble because there is no sun and the battery will be drained soon. No, this is fully operational logger that operates here. Our loggers do not need, in this respect, this elevated panels, as it is called today. So it also helps birds in flight, I think. This is also a bird with a logger. You can barely see the logger here. Also another example, beautiful bird. The logger almost invisible, but still sending signals, working and fully operational. And a small quotation to end that I heard 2 years ago. This is loggers of company X freeze, loggers of company Y freeze. Other loggers stop working as well, but Aquila loggers work. I checked, it was minus 40 degrees Celsius at that time there. How do you manage that? I will not ask you this question, it is our secret, but it is true. That's actually what we focused on since the beginning. In 211, Poland is not a particularly sunny part of the world. We have winters there, and we wanted that the birds or the loggers survive the harsh winter conditions, that they will operate during winter as well. So this is the result of our 13 years of experience. So that was it for today. Rahmet.